with Sanchika Gupta and Tutu. The talk's title is Beyond the Algorithm, the Human Element in Developing Trustworthy AI. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rusa. So thanks everyone for joining the session today. And today, Sanjika and I will share our thoughts and learning about building trustworthy AI. And first of all, we will share a little bit more about ourselves. My name is Yunwen Tu, goes by Tutu. I'm a user experience designer. I enjoy using design as an approach to learn and solve problems for people in both digital and physical way. And here we have Sanjika.
Hey, I'm Santika. I'm a data scientist with experience in the field of technology, cybersecurity, and human centered AI. In a former life, I was a computer science professor, though. We at YNI are building the human centered, trustworthy AI and have been working with each other and are generally curious about this thought of what is the human involvement in building the trustworthy AI. So, there are these three topics that we are going to discuss in this talk today: the uncertainty and concerns of AI development, how do we build and maintain trust relationship in AI, and the unique value of human expertise in the age of AI. Now, I will let my co speaker Tutu share her thoughts on the first topic.
Thank you, Sanjika. So to kick off my presentation, I would like to ask you a question. What's your recent conversation or search about AI? So for me, I chatted with my designer friends, and we talk about how AI can streamline some of our work, and is there anything can be replaced by it so that we can do things faster, such as making icons or some simple websites. We also talk about the new design trends that brought by the new development of AI, since the breakthrough of the large development in large language model. More people have exposed to this technology and learn about the possibility how AI can be applied to their work. Lately, I had even heard users they share that they have the desire to add this and that function using AI in their product after their self-education. But in general, I got the sense that many of us are concerned and uncertain about the impact that AI can bring to us or our society. So we start wondering, has the time finally come? Is AI finally replacing us now? So as we already see, is applied in many fields, such as healthcare, automobile, and etc. I would like to ask my co-speaker, Sanjika, where do you feel AI has already made a big impact? And what kind of role is AI playing?
Thank you, Tutu. So, in my opinion, automation of AI may lead to replacement of certain human roles. However, AI also presents us with newer opportunities and creates our jobs easier. Let me talk about certain examples where I feel AI has been present around for so many decades now and it already feels as a partner. So, first example that I would like to talk about is natural language processing. Now, AI has significantly improved natural language processing capabilities. There are virtual assistants like Siri, Google Assistant, Amazon Alexa, which utilize the AI algorithm to understand and respond to voice commands. Now, it may seem a little trivial, to talk about these because they have become a part of our daily lives, and I personally use them on a daily basis to like set up reminders, ask about the weather, ask it to provide directions for a destination while in the car, making our daily lives more convenient and efficient. Another example I would like to give is of natural language translation. So there are platforms like Google Translate, which leverage AI algorithms to provide real time translations between different languages. So if you go to a country where they don't speak your language, you can still communicate effectively. And I have done it myself so many times. So with this, I want to say that AI may automate tasks that require basic skills, while human can focus on higher level responsibilities, harnessing creativity and imagination. But the next question is, how can we have more access to the system so that we can use AI as a partner? Generally speaking, education and awareness are crucial in fostering trust in AI, and trust is very essential for building a reliable, transparent, and available use of system. And AI has been present in various forms for many decades now. Even during my university studies, I delved into the neural networks topic, and AI's potential to replace job was already circulating at that time. However, the conversation around trustworthy AI only gained prominence with the emergence of large language models. Instances of AI generated hallucinations where the system just makes stuff up started gaining attention. While getting a recommendation for an unwanted TV show may have minimal impact, a recent incident in which an AI system made a judgment on a legal case without the attorney's verification highlighted the potential consequence. So, these recent repercussions have brought the issue of trustworthiness to the forefront, causing it to enter the collective consciousness of all of us. So let me throw another example on you and you tell me which would you prefer. So if we were to compare a trust in an AI driven car accident versus a human driven car accident, what would you choose the second time? My opinion, as humans, we tend to trust other humans more than AI. So, how can we bridge the gap? I believe that by focusing on AI literacy, upskilling, collaboration, and ethical considerations, us individuals can also be empowered to embrace AI as a tool to enhance our skills, productivity, and relevance in the job market. Now, I would like to ask Tutu, how do you as a designer build and maintain trust relationship in AI?
Thank you, Sanjika. That's a great question. So, as a designer, I started this journey by understanding the technology, especially why AI failed and why people don't trust AI. And the major distrust I learned in AI is the lack of transparency. And we haven't considered enough that trustworthiness is a high priority in building that. And many AI models feel like a giant black box sitting between the input and output. And we don't know how it works, and it just did it work. And when handling very mundane tasks such as grammar correction, language translation, it's great when they're magically done by machines. But when it comes to like a riskier cases with bigger impacts, such as loan approval, it's impossible to rely on a black box like this, which you don't even know if can understand 10% of your problem. There are also potential ethical biases in the model that needs to be monitored closely. So what we help our user is to increase the transparency, the observability, and the visibility to make the process and the model more interpretable and explainable in their context of work. That's also baked in our design principles. And as a part of our design principles, we also use design thinking methods that to work with our users to understand what does trust mean to them and discover how AI can solve their business problems in a trustworthy way. So for here, I would like to give you two examples that we use the user interviews and other thinking methods to solve problems for our users. The first example that we are working with a reinsurance company to reduce their business loss. And through many rounds of discovery interviews with underwriters and their managers, we actually found their primary challenge is not about finding the best algorithm to analyze their internal data. Instead, they want to understand better how the events happened in the past 10 decades that had impact their current business performance. And meanwhile, we feel everything moves way faster now. And so for our underwriters, they need to quickly catch up with all the new updates, such as the regulation change, the new settlements of lawsuits in their professional area. So in the end, we built a tool that uses natural language processing to help our user to connect the dots and find the needle in the ocean of internet data, which is the result we would not expect if we didn't spend that much time to talk with our users. And the second example I would like to share is related to our YNOps platform. And as part of my UX research, I regularly chat with different users such as data scientists, business ops, and etc. And I found the expectations from our data scientists on monitoring AI models are very different from other general business users. They're not looking for a no-code or a fully automated experience. Instead, their philosophy is not to trust the data, not to trust the model, until they have seen enough evidence to take action. So it's very crucial for us to deliver those insights clearly and efficiently. So from our users, I actually learned trust is not purely top performance, not the best performing model. Trust means making informative decisions after peeling off the complexity and the root causes. So now, Sanjika, what does trust mean to you as a data scientist? And how have you built trust in your practice?
That is an interesting question. Thank you, Tutu, and I will try to answer it. Demystifying the AI systems and ensuring reliability helps human use them with confidence. Uh, there are certain visible limitations of AI, for example, drift, observability, root cause analysis, bias, and ethical use that are important to establish trust. So, let me explain with an example how I establish trust in AI. So, as Tutu mentioned, we as data scientists do not tend to trust our model or data. Instead, try to gather enough evidence around it and then be able to trust it. So, let me talk you through that process. So, let's consider a case of an AI driven customer service chatbot used by an e commerce company. The AI chatbot is deployed to handle customer inquiries and support requests. So, over time, they notice that there is a decrease in the customer satisfaction scores and there is an increase in the unresolved issues. So, the first step at this point, which I as a data scientist would like to do, is to check on the model performance. Let's say model performance evaluation revealed that there is a decline in the chatbot's accuracy and performance compared to previous months, indicating a potential issue. So then we can begin closely monitoring the chatbot's interactions and collect data on, let's say, input queries, chatbot responses, and user feedback. Now, by looking at all of this data closely, plotting it, we might be able to identify certain patterns or anomalies in the chatbot's behavior. So, during all of this observability analysis, let's say that we were able to identify a set of queries that consistently receive incorrect or nonsensical response from the chatbot. Now, these queries stand out as potential outliers as they significantly deviate from the expected behavior. So, then the next step could be to, let's say, look at drift analysis on the chatbot's performance. We can compare key matrices like customer satisfaction scores, response accuracy, and resolution rates over different time periods. During this analysis, we noticed there is a significant decline in performance starting around the same time as there was an update in chatbot's knowledge base. So, based on all these findings, we start the root cause analysis and discover that the update to the chatbot's knowledge base introduced some incorrect or incomplete information, resulting in chatbot's diminished performance. So, through this example, we observe how model performance analysis, observability, outlier detection, and drift analysis collectively contribute to the identification of the root cause, leading to targeted corrective actions for enhancing the chatbot's performance. So, this excerpt provides a glimpse into the case study that I mentioned above, showcasing the methods employed to establish trust in an AI system. This also demonstrates the importance of human involvement in analyzing and improving the AI system, reinforcing the notion that despite all of its capabilities, AI cannot fully replace human judgment and decision making. Now, this leads to my third question that we would like to discuss here. What is the unique value of human expertise in this age of AI? Now, again, creativity, imagination, and diverse opinions are very unique to humans. If, let's say, there were to be a discussion, we humans can participate in a discussion and arrive at different conclusions in the same situation. While at the same time, AI lacks the ability to participate in a discussion as an equal, lacking both opinions or any standing in human conversations. Now, let me quote another example here. Neural Networks founder Professor Jeffrey Hinton, 6 years back in 2016, said, "We won't need radiologists to analyze scans, and image perception algorithms can do all the scanning and diagnosis by themselves." 6 years have gone by, and we are nowhere nearby. And it is not because of compute power or resources, because I feel that compute power and resources have only been growing in the last couple of years. So what I believe is that AI can only solve very well defined problems. What happens when it is posed with ill defined problems? That is where human ingenuity comes in. So, all AI attempts to do is to recreate memory and computation capability of human brain. But what makes human a human is not just being able to solve the task, but be able to synthesize the complexity of this world and make decisions on the basis of that. Now, at this point, I would like to ask Tutu to give her thought process around this topic.
Thank you, Sanjika. Those are great takeaways. And what you just shared also remind me, again, the user interview process in our design method. So we do that to understand users' journey and the pinpoints, and then present a persona story that summarize our learnings and the synthesis. And sometimes I feel AI is like an abstract persona that is summarized in a way with a well-designed cover and well-defined title. However, when we're doing the interview and the persona story, it's not about creating an abstract figure, but to empathize with our users' needs, their feelings, and the reason why they're making those decisions. So there are all, and also this process are all done through our communication and synthesis in person. But AI does not learn new insights as we do in those contexts. They also don't understand the complexity of the world like us. Like, for example, when I read the news, the debates on the news, when I also work with different people, design for different users, I always feel so. And this comes from our unique experience, our desire and belief that makes us like diverse, unexpected. And sometimes we argue, we also have conflicting ideas. But this also made the world and humans like very unique that AI cannot replace with. So that covers all we want to share today. Thanks for staying with us. And if we have a little bit more time, please feel free to ask us a question now or reach out to us afterward. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you, ladies. I would definitely encourage everyone to reach out to you both on and ask their questions on LinkedIn. Let's keep the conversations going. And I really encourage everybody to rewatch this content, share this content as much as possible with everybody. We really appreciate the time that you've taken out, Sanchika and Tutu. Thank you, everyone, for attending. Bye, everyone.